Hi everyone, this is Dawn Burkes with GuideLive.com. Today I have with me Stevie Baggs Jr. He is the bachelor on WeTV's Match Made in Heaven, and this season has been so stellar for me watching it. You've been having a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Have you?
Yes, absolutely. First and foremost, thank you for having me on.
You're quite welcome.
And I appreciate you allowing me to talk about the show. It's amazing. I'm excited.
Yes. So this show this year has been changed a little bit because last year it was hosted by the pastor,
Right.
and there were just some different things going on. Tell me about the changes and that you know about.
The number one change is obviously Sherri Shepherd brings such a comedic edge to the show,
Yes.
and just a great spirit and aura. I mean, I love working with Sherri. She can't tell me what to do and what woman to choose, but her body language and facial expressions, she's like, no.
She is.
Yeah,
and you're paying attention to those.
Absolutely, because, you know, it's one thing to have a mother's point of view. Having my mom there is great.
Yes.
Having Pastor there is great, but, you know, having that dynamic of two women, then having Pastor, Sherri's the conduit between my mom and I from an age perspective, because she's in between us,
Right.
so she can relate more to what I'm feeling and what the girls are feeling. You know, it was a wonderful experience because, you know, it's very difficult to have 18 women that you have to choose from and break up with 17 of them. And, you know, these women were very, very viable candidates. I'm talking about business women,
Right.
entrepreneurs, I mean, mothers. These women are doing amazing things, and so they weren't just beautiful on the exterior. They had a lot of great things going on.
And that's one of the things that I really liked about the choices for the women on this show. Was these women brought something to the table.
Yes.
They weren't necessarily looking for a Prince Charming. They were looking for a king to their queen.
Yes.
And there's some things that you have said that I want you to explain.
Okay, all right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Okay, you talk about you're a man of valor. Tell me what that means.
I think valor, when you think about a woman of virtue, Proverbs 31 talks about the virtuous woman, but before it even starts talking about how virtuous the woman is, they talk about the man of valor, and the virtue and the valor comes together, and you create that king-queen dynamic that you're talking about. So that's what I meant by valor. And then I also work with an essential oils company called Young Living, and I'm a brand ambassador for them, and one of my favorite scents is valor. It's a blend that we make. Yeah, so it kind of makes sense, but yeah, I think valor's important to have. It doesn't mean that you're flawless. It just means that you have an amount of faithfulness to your purpose, and that's what it's about for me.
Well, that was the next thing I was going to have you explain, the quote that I'm not flawless, but I'm faithful. But I think you just did that.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I'm not flawless, but what I'm faithful to me means when we're going through everyday life's journey, if we're faithful to our purpose as opposed to trying to be faithful to people, places, and things, you'll in turn treat people with
rest
respect.
will fall together.
Yeah, you'll treat people right. You know, you'll achieve and accomplish the goals that you have, you know, set for yourself in life, and that's what I meant by being faithful to my purpose.
On the show,
Oh, man.
there are apples, the apples of temptation,
Yes.
that if you're on a date with someone, another woman in the house can choose to bite this apple to sabotage the date.
Absolutely.
What's the most exciting one? One that we've seen. I know you can't give
Right,
away the
I
ones
can't
we
give away
haven't.
others. I guess the most exciting one had to be, you know, I'm in the boat,
Yes.
and we're having an amazing date. We're connecting, and she's singing to me, and next thing you know, the boat literally explodes. And I was so shocked. I mean, good thing we both can swim.
I mean, it's like an adventure series.
No, it really is. It really is. I think the production team did an amazing job with adding the temptations to each date and giving the ladies at the house who weren't on the date an opportunity to say, okay, well, I don't want Stevie spending time with another woman. But what they didn't know was that it would impact me, not just the girl.
Right.
So then I was a little upset. So you know what? I can really appreciate a person with a competitive edge, though. So
of course you can, because you spent all those years playing professional football.
Yes, yes.
You know, and you've parlayed that into a pretty successful career in front of the camera, but also all of your businesses and your nonprofit away from the camera. Tell me about giving back.
Well, my foundation, CETA, stands for Creating Empowerment Through Autonomy. We're a health and wellness foundation. We have a presence in Florida, Georgia, and Ontario, Canada. We have 4 after-school programs with the city of Atlanta, and our number one thing is to help people realize that your true wealth is your health, but wellness in and of itself contains so many different objectives: social, economic, spiritual, mental, intellectual, environmental well-being. So if you have emotional dis-ease, that causes physical disease. You know, if you have economic dis-ease, all those things are stress factors. If you don't have enough balance, it's difficult to live a great life. And so I think people do not because they know not or haven't been exposed to. And so for us, we just want to expose people to have a more autonomous way of thinking as it relates to health and wellness.
Okay, I'm really, really glad that you were able to come in and make time to talk with us while you were visiting in town.
Yes.
We really appreciate that. We hope you come back.
No, I would love to come back. You going to invite me back?
Yes, I'm going to invite you back. Everyone, Match Made in Heaven is Thursday nights.
WeTV, we come on after the Braxtons. It's 10 p.m. Eastern for sure.
Right.
So
it's Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central.
Yes.
And tune in. Please watch Stevie Baggs Jr. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.